at his map the entire time. They are flooding through connector. In fact, off the flash, they're in.
Space.
Yeah, ZTR's got a jewel right here, and right now he delivers. First into config, will be found, and that's JKS putting the kit on the ground. Hampus bides his time. Rez combines with him to hold them at bay. Complexity are into the side. Blame F is still around that palace position. Hampus will go down, and it leaves just Nork on that CT with so much of the round, but so much of the map lost. He's going to give it his best shot. 2 jewels there. Blame has got out of the palace, and they're actually going for this plant. He tries to punish on that moment, and instead is met by lead. NIP.
Lots of rushing, lots of biffing, hardly any shift walking whatsoever.
Oh, just around the edge of the smoke, and it favors Blame and his AK. Shouldn't be much more now for the NIP boys, as they've already flooded into B. Just a USP in that kitchen. I'm not sure what Hampus is going to be able to rustle up for us here. Yeah. Nice collection, $600 for config to continue to nurture that bank balance.
Watch him farm a couple more.
Oh! Yes. Denied by Rez. JKS quick to trade, and the rest, well, it's just going to be those deagles. Zeus on Plopsky. Maybe if he's lucky, JKS gets a bit too horny. Not going to be pushing the limit, though. And it will be a cold third. Ooh, Plopsky wants it. Valiant attempt. JKS may be vulnerable to that bomb radius now.
Yeah, might want to get out of dodge if he can. That AK, you don't want to be losing it. There's no one close to bail him out, and he'll do it himself. So, bomb goes off. Third on the board. Complexity sitting pretty. You remember how you... It's a space here from config.
Yeah, Hampus is on ladder and will have a duel with config that he's managed to win out. Plopsky as well winning his duel. It does look like good stead for NIP, but the site is lost. And JKS and Poison working on a plant. They've even lost their leader in the process. A 4 versus 2, but it's certainly not out of the realms of possibility. The bomb now ticking. Util deployed, an unfortunate lick of the flame for sound cues, building the image as to where they may be hiding, and they just stand and fight. 1 from short, 2 more from kitchen. JKS has got his work cut out for him here. And 1 closing the gap as well. And ZTR, that's enough. Cole, convert. Jeez, that's a great nade from ZTR, and he has done his job. Poison, you madman! Oh, he loses his life for it. The flashes are good. Config will land the trade. Very brave from the Dane. Straight out. Nades up from Rez. Look good. He can't convert. He was jumping, I swear. Config barely gets his feet on Tetris before finding a second into the A site. Smokes a bloom in. There is a real chance for the T side to immediately snatch control back from Plopsky and co. He's on CT. He peeks out nicely for the equalizer. Rush can't go down. He can't go down. He has. Plopsky shuts down 2, and now the bomb loose.
This is the clutch criminals, right? JKS just needs to buy a bit of time, buy a bit of space, be a big enough of a distraction to allow this flank from Blame F to come on in. And Plopsky ready for it.
He's doing it all. He's defending A, catches the flank, and now Nork can't believe his luck. Just collects an AWP frag, and Bob's your uncle. 2 for NIP.
Hey, we paid only 15 seconds, so listen carefully. Our case is really profitable. Bots are polite and full of drop. All the statistics and everything you like. Dragon Lords, knives, and boobs. Guys, who wrote this? Never mind. It's Skin Club.
Link in the description gives you up to 7% deposit bonus.
Now boosted up on that ledge, and Nork times it to perfection. He'll finish off config, and Hampus finding the boosted player.
They're ready for JKS. They cleared ramp. They know he's coming up. Palace and ZTR has already finished him off. It's just Rush to try and get the trade, and he's not good enough there. Poison left in a 1-on-4.
Yeah, try as he might. Very tall order for Poison, especially considering he's already taken a beating. Nork ready and waiting. 3-3. NIP back in the lead and position. Nork is in a very good position to punish Rush here, and he does spot him. That's the frag he needed, but JKS 1 for 1.
It's a trade.
Eats it. Rez still alive, living on. That's the bomb. Rez on ramp will be found. Config provides the necessary frag. That opens it up for Complexity, and now Hampus. Oh, he's flashed. Config's so ready for it. All onto Plopsky, a very viable clutch. Now he's already found the first. He spots the second as well. He knows where you are. Tucking in, elevated angle, adjusts, but Blame's there. And Cole will secure a 4th.
It's all through config. Takes so much space, lies in wait, and then springs the trap. And this impact right here, bailing out the A ramp take.
To kill the A ramp player and immediately be able to provide that short rotate frag, big. It's going to be hectic, and that's kind of what the CT buy is equipped for. That's great from Plopsky, completely blind, but does find config. Rush is there with the bomb, and he's been given a smoke to plant within. That was the last of their util. There's another smoke on Hampus. They'll have to use that to try and get on the bomb. Kit on Rez, 4-on-3. They're giving it everything she's got, Captain. JKS does manage to catch them as they emerge through the smoke. 2 quick and clean headshots. Leaves Rez just wondering whether or not it's even worth sticking around for a frag or two. JKS denies. Great shooting from the Aussie.
Util forced out, but he's pressing the issue again.
Whoa, Rush is out. And Rez can't believe his luck. Back turned and a body dropped. 3 on B this time. NIP are going to send them packing their bags. Get out of the apartments. Denied very quickly. 5 frags and part into a 3-man B stack. And now, well, 3-man B stack. And Rez does punish Config. They're seriously going for it straight again. And the frags, it looks all too familiar.
4 of them here now.
Molly doesn't even spread. Plopsky doesn't have to move. This is a cancel. This has to be. You can't just run on in. Hoping that Poison gets one on the jiggly Plopsky. Oh, he doesn't.
The legs.
This is it, straight between the legs.
Down to 25 seconds now, and Blame in the back. He falls to Rez. JK shouldn't be...
Confirmed it. Flashes the AWPer off the line. That is good. Rez is there. So is Hampus. It's way too much for him. And that's a great round. You can see a slight smirk. Next steps are awkward. They only have 1 smoke. And Rez, he actually wants to test the water here on Palace. Oh, JKS was itching his head just as the frag, or rather the chance came in. Instead, 5v4 continues. Nork needs to level something. Poison's already provided a second and a third as well. Just the AWP into A and Complexity have been laid out a lovely red carpet for the plant. And maybe I will just have a quick... Ooh.
Oh, that would have been... I would have real raged. That wouldn't even be like little rage. That'd be like...
Not even when they haven't got responsibility. Poison really did save them here. Look at that. Quickest of reactions. CTR had a huge element of surprise, and then Poison manages to line up 3. That's a dream for any T-side AWP. My goodness, his irradiated body starting to charge, trying to do what he can. He's got so much util on his back. He doesn't want to go down, and they do. Nades and bullets combined. Blame to change the dialogue. It's brief. Config's very much the only one with health, so maybe they want to use Rush as a bit of a bait and switch. Config's on the round the world mission.
This is so risky.
There's no way Nork expects this, surely. And the timing, it's everything. The spray is there, and Config snatches a 9th. And he's, oh God, back's turned, but he was just too quickly overwhelmed, and ZTR's here to catch Blame. Out of the window, Poison alone on the site. This is looking great for the Ninjas. They're in. The site is theirs. Hampus has short. The bomb is now planted, and Rez is double kill, looking to be converted.
But the kit now.
This gets awkward. Now, the smoke won't last forever, and Rez confirmed on bench. Nork confirmed on apps. They've got the info. And Config is such a threat.
This is the fight.
Yes, this is the fight, and does get caught. Plopsky lurks in the smoke. Punishes him close quarters with the Glock, and that could be enough to fend them off.
Insecure in the save, yeah. Oh, Blame's going to go down there as well. At least Config has the kit pick, and that was kind of the safety net for Rush. Blame was trying to bait them in. He gets smoked off as well, and oh, Config, you might go down. No. You will. Plopsky finishes the deal. And 2 through apartments.
Okay. Okay, Blame. He's actually got perfect position and a perfect shot. He's found ZTR. Complexity converging onto the site. Blame needs help. Config from short has arrived. Nork not going to be able to hit the shots. Blame is. Another with the Desert Eagle, and Nork on notice. Nip, they're having this round just pulled away from them. Now Config with more. It's only Hampus, and maybe the 1v3 is just too much to ask for. Poison started the round with the scout, and he finishes it.
Yeah, yeah, like he's got Goosh through just down to 65.
Tag.
He is so lucky to be alive. That is insane. That is nuts. He has no business being alive right there. He got so lucky.
They not only tagged him, they suspend that 3K. Here we go, the glass cannon Krieg, and he finds Poison to start off proceedings. There you go,
there you go, guys. Job's done now.
Rush seems very hesitant, but also hyper aware that there could very well be an entire force. Here they come. They're charging in. The pre-fires are there. Rush does take 1 head. Config, desperate for vision. Spot CTR. They haven't cleared him at all. The trigger discipline. It could be everything just to secure this round. Hampus. Oh! CTR checks him and puts him down. Config red-faced and now loose-laced. He's gone.
Oh, poor Config. Like, you know what, because they're down in so many players, right? He's going for a round-winning play, but unfortunately, gets made to look a little bit silly. Hampus just tap-tap-tap-a-roo.
Hang on a second. Oh.
Hi.
Oh.
How's he bloody gone and done that?
Goes down, and they'll be talking about that one for sure. You'd imagine It will just fall down to Rush and Config. Config actually takes first contact there. And he will go down. Rush needs another with the MP9. He can't quite provide. Plopski's low. The nade, oh, could have lost his life there. Blame pulls the pin as he spots out Plopski. Now can dunk onto the Swede.
Great nade.
Bang. And the Swede is gone. Nork, 1v2. Only. I was going to say an MP9, but he has managed to find and recover his teammates. AK peeks back into JKS, and a very hard spray puts him on notice. 8 HP for an impossible clutch. Complexity, fine 12. Round fours. Same creep.
He rebought another one,
Okay.
so I think there was 2 in rotation here.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's loving the old Krieg, isn't he?
Bomb down, let them have the site. Ampers is all too aware, as is the squad. The bomb, or rather the planter does go down. Little late, Poison does catch him though through the triple. And look at the passive hold. JKS is begging someone to try and take ramp, assume it's clear.
Here he comes.
And this is the frag he was waiting for. Now he springs to life. The bomb is down for the post-plant position.
JKS has a smoke.
Of NIP. A smoke would be a dream. A kit as well present. And now they cross. Contact about to go down. JKS is on it. They look to stand and defend. Nork with a lot of frags, but it's not stopping the defuse. JKS, he does fall. And Hampus finds all the crucial frags to keep NIP in it.
But back underway we go, and Complexity thereby not looking great. Rush again.
Ooh, Blame! I'd rarely see that. Caught out on the window strafe, and Poison taking chances. The frags keep coming.
What a pace change from
NIP charge out of the gate and break down the door. Rush maybe can change the dialogue here, but he's just gonna push straight through the smoke, and that's the double he dreamed of. He won't find more, but it's made it slightly possible, albeit for just a moment. Hampus takes matters into his own hands with the triple, and JKS, the A defender, they know it as well as we do. It's just going to completely level the scoreline. I mean, let's not forget that 8 of Cole's pick, and now the power of CS, it's completely turned on its head.
Oh, looks like we might have a bit of a technical timeout here, ladies and gentlemen. Could be a quick one, or could be an extended one.
Poison. Oh, God, a bit of aggression coming out of the AWPer here. What have you got for us? It's a chance, and it's Hampus already put in a grave. He stands as strong and finds a second. The third denied by ZTR. NIP already, though, ears are ringing.
Bit of choice, and it is just Rush. You can see he doesn't have eyes on the B apartments at all.
Rush, though, perfect timing on the peak, confirms the bomb, and Nork will find the crucial trade to keep it competitive, and another onto A. Now they can go to B and Blame, the only man with an opportunity to play spoiler here. He's being hunted from behind. It looks good. Plopski's going to book him. Just the two of them piecing together a 2v4. Nork using that AWP to great success, and now it's only JKS. That FAMAS, a product of ZTR's previous frags, and now Nork's got the info for free. This is brutal. He knows where they both are. Plopski jumping across. The flames force him in, and there's another. Nork and Plopski, 2 versus 4.
Cannot believe NIP pushed themselves through this after this opening.
He gets them both. 2 with all their util, all the bells and whistles. This is how it starts for Nork. Picks up the AWP instead of the AK, and those 2 frags, yeah, it just sucks for Config. And the rest came easy. That's huge, and that's going to get them loud in the Stockholm office. At 13-13, this is the product of a real harrowing loss for Cole. I look like his chances. He does well to provide a first. And they swing out for more contact. Every bullet matters. They're falling by the wayside. Blame F. Stiegel looking good. Not good enough. So that's 14 for NIP. And
The underpass. Rez very fast on this. Poison spotted it. Config's taken down Rez here, but they need to find one more. ZTR's in the smoke.
Interesting. Kind of momentary map control. Poison's going to relieve the apps. Difficult now. He's trying to flash Plopski up of the connector. Blame completely fine in his vision, and as he fluffs around with his Molotov, he's going to be burning, but he does stand and deliver. Burnt down to 9 HP. Nork caught out and finished off. That's a Complexity round. Completely stark contrast to the previous. They're just
CT spawn in 5 seconds.
You need to be quick, dude. It looks like they've paused ramp, so he might actually get there in time. Hampus is going to try and sell this as best he can. Config, though, does have the AWP, and Rush confirms that the lurk is alone. Surely JKS will get there in time. The util suggests it, and what a shot from Config as they cross default. He's put the pressure on. They're turning it on. JKS doesn't have the bullets. He's desperately trying to survive. He will find the fresh mag. Flash for the repeat, but dunked down. And good from Rush. Only Naught. Can he clutch up again? A crucial round for the Swede. He's done it once. Can he do it again? He hits the first. Rush is gone. Now Orp v Orp misses his shot into the legs. Now a 1v1 of chaos. Config, he's at a disadvantage. Nork with high impact rounds continues his hunt, but he peeks into it, and Config's AWP is enough to save Complexity right down to the wire. Pins pull through mid to A. Hampus has already taken down Poison. It's looking good. Maybe JKS can handle things. 3v3. Rush does well to evade the Deagle, and he hasn't burnt just the narrowest of corners. It does spread. He will fall, and Rush is so low, the Deagle will finish the job. NIP have a huge advantage. It's only Blame. Now he has the kit, and he has the flank, perhaps even the element of surprise. Nork, the healthiest of the two. He's flubbed the nade. Maybe can do the job. Back it across. Nork lives on. And now I'm afraid for Blame, it's just a matter of time. Uncomfortable Jules. Nork confirms it. We're off to overtime. Impossible to separate these two right now in regular.
It's a slow round, but they're quick.
It's only Rush. It's only Rush. This is scary. Really scary now on the Org. That's a crucial frag. ZTR's now down, and Config's going to get swung upon.
I'm on this.
Klopski's from Apps. He can't stay here forever, but just in time, he finds Nork. And another. Rez is his next victim. 3 from the AWP of Config. You cannot ask for more. Klopski advancing. Timer. He wants to try and nutmeg on that smoke peak. No one's going to give it to him. Blame crawling into the apartments as well. What a shot! Plopski catching JKS, but he's not ready for a second. And Complexity. Poison, that's a perfect timing for the incendiary opts for Ram. JKS using that smoke to great success, at least hide from the spray. In fact, Rez now down. And another one from Poison. The Orps are doing all the work. Throwing 4 players on their backs. It's nice from Hampus. JKS. Very predictable position. You know where he is if he's still alive, but it's good from ZTR. Shouldn't be much more. Down to just 2 HP. It'll be Blamed to make sure it doesn't get out of control. You can see a double nade had his name on it as well.
You don't get any stats.
Their util, Chad. They have to be making something out of this. It's late. As the smokes start to fade, they push on in. Rez deals with the first on connector. He has support. JKS doesn't last much longer either. Strong first round of the defense here.
Isolated.
Just 1 by 1. The frags, yeah, isolated couldn't be a better word for it. Config, however, 32 now. I'm not ready to cancel his celebration just yet. Especially now Poison's hitting shots, and Config and Poison putting their heads together to try and make a 2v5 a reality. Not to be for Config. Maybe Poison's got more in him. 35. He knows. 1 on stairs, and a hard flick, but he actually nails it. Lives on as well as he mashes his crouch key. Can he really get away with murder? A bomb plant they don't want to contest. You know it's an AWP. And you know we're up against Nork. If you could just find Rez. Tries it. Hard shot onto the slither of 1. He's so known. He's being pushed very close. He has found Rez. Close quarters. It's down to the no-scopes. Nork will take it. My God, Poison.
And that happens. Poison really, really testing the limits here.
Like this flick. But bear in mind, he's obscured by the body. You just have to be a gamer. Poison is. This one as well. Come off it, mate. Does go down. But if he just got around that corner, you know, he could have started playing the time, playing the angles. Complexity. Rez is close quarters, and actually ZTR has provided the first. It seems good. Cole with 1. Forcing their way back into the A site. 2 more members of the NIP squad. And Blame catches ZTR. It's a disaster. That was supposed to be the safekeeping. Now the bomb can go down. And just like that, the round has turned all around. Nice from Hampus. It's kept even. Nork's being hunted. Blame doesn't want to really play with fire. Careful, Nork, with the quick switch. He's lost his teammate, and he's made a step. Blame knows where he's coming from, and that is 18 for Complexity. 4 from Blame F on the connector advance. Rez dropping that smoke. He's going to try and peek around it, and does very well to find 1. And it's Config, no less. A huge prize scalp to be boasting. Poison up to his usual antics, and
that's a back.
Yeah, presents his bottom for a spanking. Oh dear. These smokes enable them to focus all of their attention on North.
This is going to be nuts.
He's in such a good position, and the close quarters AWPing pays off. Levels the odds, and then more. Trade from Poison, close quarters, and now a 1v2. ZTR peppered by the P250. He actually burns to the molly. He did enough with the P250. He's made it a 1v1. Poison looking to end it right here and right now. It looks so good for NIP, and now Hampus has to secure it. If he wants to go double OT, 25 seconds. We've seen Poison play around this box. So close on the first, and he's done it with a quick one. Poison's a beast. The quickest of flicks. Secures complexity. Mirage done in one. My God, the finest of T-side map control driven. Denial. Talking of,
That's
Poison takes the nade straight out of the equation. Fighting on Fountain. Hampus is coming. Oh, duel, crucial duel, and it is traded. Plopsky, however, meets Config up close. Chances dwindle. Rez needs this frag. You can see how much he's hunting for it. Does want to take Config while he knows it's the 1v1. Pushing in, and Hawk actually got a bit of a gap here. He can punish Config. Yeah, that's a free frag. One more to make it competitive, but Rush, with one click of his mouse, thrusts Rez into an unfavorable 1 versus 3.
He can pivot back. He has time to do so, but looks committed now.
Yeah, a headshot onto Blame. Could have started something, but there you have it. Complexity locking it down on the defensive pistol. The flash, however, does seem destined for a find. He's going to lose his vision. It's through. Stands and delivers. At least one on the UMP. A second now onto the USP. Stands his ground and delivers the double. Now to deny it, Smoke should lock Rush out.
Shallow.
Oh, it's too shallow. Way too shallow, and he realizes that should be an easy denial. There goes NIP's hopes and dreams. They do well to find 3 actually on those deagles, all things considered. But yeah, just going to be NIP playing for the long game. Going to be seeing proceedings continue as expected. Rez just a Desert Eagle, which he can look to ply with a deagle headshot into Poison. That is a good start. Any more rifles you can stop being taken into the next is a dream. Looks like Config's going to make his goal to recover what Poison had. They flashed themselves. Doesn't bode too well. Hampus hunted. Blame gets it, but Rez there to continue to make this hurt. Just $700, and he's put 2 rifles on the ground. They can't afford to lose another now. And Config's P250 perfectly finding the headshot necessary. He won't be able to. And tucked in such a good position. Rush, timing, it's everything. 1.5 may not be enough. Complexity ready to batten down the hatches.
Still coming.
Double setup on short, and from heaven, he should have a sitting first. There goes one, and on short they stand. Chances dwindle, the boost could be everything, and it does put the bomb loose. That's going to get really awkward. They have to be planting now, and he's open. Rez from heaven to defend. That was the chance. Config lays it all out in the open. A wide swing and a spray to try and knock him off the bomb. It could have been the round winner. Thorpe from being saved, and he can hear it leaving. Can he get it? Yes, he can. No AWP for you, but round all the same. NIP will take that one. Rez a big part of that.
They got their players in the right place.
Here they go, off the flash, straight in, and the deagle is in prime position for a multi-kill. Rush has got them too. JKS as well. And just like that, NIP tried to change up the pace, but they get led in the face. Just Plopsky alone, disconnected from the bomb and wondering where it all went wrong. I did think the whole, like, you know, before Wolverine was all, you know, pumped full of adamantium. Head of the pack. This is such a hard B-hole. JKS, he's uncomfortable here. Does manage to knock the bomb down. 1 HP, he wins his duel. Blame's there in support. They really want JKS, but he's enough of a distraction to enable another. Somehow, some way, another headshot from JKS in the feed, and he lives to tell his tale into the 7th. That is Cole 5.
A lot about Gambit, a team who likes locking down Monster. What's happening here is the opposite. They're taking short and sewer control, allowing you through Monster, so the rotation of Config, Blame can take those fights.
But, I mean, I think here they go. Okay, smokes are out, but Blame is there. They've got their CTs in the right place to receive a big deagle. One more is all they require, but the spray from Blame. He massacres 4. 3.5 as Config snatches one of them, but that was a bit. He's still playing anti-flash. He's a dead man walking. Poison, how fast are your flicks, bro?
Oh, no!
He actually gets one. Shouldn't have ever been in the realms of possibility. Maybe even a second now as ETR around the corner does bait the shot. That was exactly what he needed. Okay, the round continues. A little red face and a very quick wrist from Poison. Now Blame swung on, will go down. ZTR providing all of the crucial frags. Nork, Optimus, he heard that. The nade could soften him up for this flank. Config's very quick on it, needs to control the taps and does so. Nork to clutch. Nade on his nose. Slight gap. Slight gap, but crossing nonetheless, and now the config frag comes in. It's just JKS, even more damage dealt to him. His head's been spotted. He's going for the no-scope. He's going for the no-scope, but JKS prevails. And just in the nick of time.
Juncture of the round. That was so awkward. So, Poison, how? Like, Rez should have had him dead to rights in a situation like that. Oh, dear. That is a... look, we obviously didn't catch his POV. It's hard to speculate.
Wants to choose to play next to the smoke. That's a T-smoke they've dropped. And their setup seems very imposing. CTR is actually Rez to meet the orb. Config now has the element of surprise. If they run past him, he's in a dreamland. They're not checking him. Config has so many on his plate here. He just has to convert, waiting for the last one. Doesn't expect him, and Nork arrives in time. Bomb to be planted. Nade could finish off the job. Nork already caught one, but it's not in the right place. Instead, bomb down. Rush from Bank. JKS has an incendiary to force this fight out, and instead it's Nork falling to that AUG. If they double up in Bank, the trade from JKS is crucial, and it doesn't even matter. Rush will win the round right there and then. Just like that, the American, two crucial frags.
Poison, they can get that AWP dropped across, so things will be looking good, but here's the first onto Nork, and the second. Great awareness, ready for it. Hampus goes on down that AUG close range. Looks beautiful.
Perhaps the advantage speaking volumes of this. They're run boosting long. Blame hears it. Shadow indicates Rez is a sitting duck and contemplates the trigger discipline, but Blame will get a freebie and continues to make them work for it. He knows the swing was coming straight through the smoke. CTR catches the trade.
Oh, look at that nade.
What a fantastic nade. They've got a read on this. JKS slinks behind enemy lines. It's only going to be good for one. Config actually catches the bullet from Nork. It's now down to a 2v2. And Nork is all alone now. Poison pulling the trigger successfully. Aggressive, needs the AWP frag, tries to bait the shot as best he can. Poison's not giving it to him. He's showing that restraint, and it enables a third. Poison, 2 rounds, 1 exclusively.
When they're evacuating space across the map here, and this is some great shots yet again. The second one, beautiful, a necessary second, and yeah, there's that shadow advantage every day of the week. JKS is getting even more passive.
Power of a single frag on that T side. They're coming in, and JKS can't handle the new AK that Plopsky's working with just the Deagle Kevlar.
Should be a save call. They can't go into this. Look at the cash. They haven't been able to keep their head above water. A few seconds left on this, and Poison, he's missed the shot. He's lost the AWP.
And Rush won't be able to recover it either. Hampus, some huge impact to be found.
Oh.
And they even snatch the AWP.
Look at those smooth
Oh,
moves.
it couldn't. It's not a dream buy. Poison under so much pressure. Ahead of it, Rez into the site. Some damage, but it's all good. Ninjas with 2 into the site. One from Blame, unchecked. Another is provided. And they actually second-guess the plant. That will provide just a little bit more time for Rush and JKS to pull up their socks. It's never fun to be rotating up those stairs, hearing that bomb plant sound. And their chances really do hinge on the next 10 seconds. If they find one, Kit's recovered, as is the FAMAS. Nork. Oh, he actually has been caught, and ZTR is damn low. Hampus, however, can find them. And look at the damage. Oof. Max loss bonus to max win bonus. They are slaying. Into the fast B now. They have got the pieces in the right place here, and JKS no slouch. The spray only allowed to 1. Rush stands and does deliver. Plopsky's there on the barrels, needs to adjust quickly and has. Rush has done enough. Rez is low. Nork's on the site as well. If he could just find one more. Smoke onto the bomb, and he plans to incendiary it just at the right time. It should stop the retrieval and make this round a guarantee, which it is. Complexity, no need for support in Poison. He'll hold this playground backside, which means he can actually hold this angle aggressively.
Awkward angle.
Very uncomfortable for the tees. Rez ready. And quick from Poison to make sure that things don't go awry. He shuts it down before they do spur into this.
We'll be having a free run along here, so all the attention...
Oh, Config! He actually gets 3 on the spray. Masterfully controlled. And Poison will wrap it all up. That's 11. Complexity stabilized after a bit of a mid-boost set up, and it's going to be completely flashed off. No one checks barrels, and Hampus profits. It's only 2. Plopsky, however, quick to the trigger on the second, and now it does come down to these final few bits.
Oh, not like this.
Shooting from Blame. Perhaps it is like this. Oh,
they're both tucked in.
Peek him. That's so well played by the Swedes. You're never going to get them both. Maybe even not one. No armor. Body shots are enough. Well defended in the end. After Hampus' heroics, action onto Rez. Caught off guard, but still finds the head. And we said it had to be clean. Now Hampus just hoping he can get it done dirty. He has been tagged. A good frag in response. Okay, this is getting uncomfortable for both squads now, and he's actually choosing to push the issue, which is JKS's dream. He's got the headshot. That's the AUG as well now within reach. And they're both on Optimus, grouped up. It does seem to be the right place. One falls out. CTR's there, and a crucial frag. He's delivered it. Now with 30 seconds, he can just rot the clock a little bit. They are going to have to go hunting. Giving them just enough space to get that bomb down. There won't be a way to contest if they plant front dice. Config caught as it fades. And now Blame's in trouble. Does have a chance onto Plopsky. The swing is in. ZTR saves NIP and frustrations mount for... So unless they find their way into the site now, it seems too easy for Nork. He tries to transfer. To no avail. A man advantage as that bomb likely to go down. No one can contest immediately. They do have that man advantage though, and they want to try and press the issue just a little on this plant. Rez has only got a scout. Config. Oh! Caught just as he tried to rack closer. Extends the advantage, and with a scout no less. Rez finds the scalp, rushes and ready for this, and it's just falling apart for Complexity. Blame. He's got to deal with so many targets. He's just going to get overrun. And another successful retake from the
bomb smoked on off, going down connector here, but it's quite the setup to deal with over towards B. Here's the go.
It rains in. Short's an important part. Oh dear, ZTR couldn't finish his meal. And Plopsky can't either. Oh, but the bomb, it's fallen down. It does get awkward for JKS. It's now a 1v2. Hampus with the 2 quick frags. And Nork's ready for him. There you have it. NIP lock him down. 2 from Heaven and Graffiti, respectively. Been a couple of overpasses so far in scrims where he's just been caught flashed.
This is really fast on the B.
It is very quick, and it doesn't look like it's gone too well. In fact, just a quick flurry of frags. And now, well, it's only the Tech 9 of Blame. He's done very well. If he finds one more, it's a dream. Just putting those CT rifles back into the buy, making it incredibly costly.
That's the bomb too.
Fair play, Blame. You're making a round out of this. There was nothing to be said about this one. They throw their bodies.
If he waits, right, maybe they clear, but it looks like he's gone way too aggressive. Rez should have him here every day of the week.
Yeah. Okay, fair play. Nice try. But NIP, the hottest kicks in town. And Plopsky with the trigger discipline to really, really twist the knife. It's only JKS now, and he's gone. As is the round, tying it all up. Ninjas in pajamas with a 8-1, should they convert this, on their CT side so far. Nice catch from Config, just in positioning alone.
This would be mental. Surely there's no way you can win around like this.
No. Look at the bomb, dude. It's up short. Hampus is rotated in. The door is already blown off, and so Hampus, all too aware.
12-12.
His name at the start of this half. They're going for a boost now, and that is a freebie. Hampus down and out. JKS wants to try and continue with this pace. He knows there's going to be some rejigging of the CT setups. And oh no! Through the monster tunnel, it could have been a disaster. It still can. ZTR's on the site unchecked. The spray from JKS hasn't confirmed his location. He's just begging for a chance, and it may very well come. Can he knock off the bomb? He can. Rush is found. He's got smokes to hide around. And now a man advantage. They needed this one. This was theirs for the taking, and now it can be denied. They're coming up short. JKS, is he ready? He is! And he pulls it across the line for Cole. 3 quick frags and an AWP for his good measure. Thinking, well, they haven't got any rounds to show for it. That was the only time they've managed it. Config, oh dear.
Trade.
It's an important trade, but a comfortable death. And this, after the flash, is their chance. Rush didn't quite spot him on the initial check. Now 4 versus 2, JKS and Blame. Oh, out! A quick reaction from JKS. Perhaps the plant can happen after all. He's already had 1 high-impact round. This one's just too much to order. He's an aware player. I just don't think he's even going to have considered this option. Yep. And with the back turned, JKS hunted down. Trigger discipline, crucial. And into the site with a chance, perhaps. That smoke might actually help Blame. Gives him a bit of a moment to focus on Rez. Still spots him out, confirms his location. A gap as well for Blame to work off. Now this 2v4 becomes a 2v2. They're doing it. 14th in elusive round. Falls to Poison to come up clutch, and he is going around the world.
Hasn't been heard.
Hasn't been heard. They know he's coming from short, or at least they suspect it, and now they are there to react in time. Ability of finding him this time, and with no Molotov. Oh, so loud though, and well, ZTR fully flashed. This is a dream for Complexity. It's only going to get slightly soured by Nork's frag.
Have to save.
Spotted. They have to keep hold of what they can. Rez doesn't get many easier frags than that.
Well, they should hunt now. Send a couple of bodies after Hampus at least. Check out the money situation over there for NIP. But this is not looking great whatsoever. Bomb goes off. Complexity steal another. That's going to be only their third round here. About to be tested here.
Oh, JKS. He's checking it intermittently. It's fading now. Gone! Immediately deleted by ZTR. Completely. Rez again. What a ninja. Living up to the namesake of the organization. Another frag. He wants to finish this here in regulation. It's only Blame. It's only Config. And despite a harrowing CT affair, it's all onto one man now. Blame to keep Cole's dreams alive. ZTR, caught on a jump. He will finish the job, but the trade is there, and NIP take us to 3. Hard fought, my goodness, right down to the wire. We finished mid, but this is a bit silent. They're doing it kind of contact-esque.
Out to pounce.
Yeah, I think Config's got a whiff of it. Blame tucks in passive. This is such a common CT pistol now. And it is looking so punishing. Now the frags come in. P250, in fact, equipped. Config wasn't ready, but that doesn't matter. CTR on Banana. God, he's actually choosing to stick around. This is very brave from the young gun. And he's looking for a head. He actually finds more than he bargained for. 3 in quick succession. And the pistol's his.
Behind. Want to kick this one off in style.
So, Chad, just for any of our newer viewers, and there are newer viewers even now,
will be fading as he's close to. They're setting up for this Complexity.
Yeah, I mean, dude, a bomb plant would be a dream. If they can get it off the back of a couple of Deagle frags, which is not to be. Everyone just seems to be lining up for them at the moment. First with the USPs, now with the MP9s. JKS, can he plant? Can he? No, Nork's not going to allow things like that to happen. Just a body shot.
Old Hampus.
Let's see if he can recover himself some bloodshed of his own. Oh, the spray was just a little off, and Rush was very ready to transfer. They've confirmed Banana is theirs. Now, what does that do to the CT
side? The timing.
Yeah, Rez caught out, Config lurk.
He's
now
open.
He can completely lock the doors on A. If he just pushes the issue a bit too much, well, he's killing everyone. Can't blame him. Doesn't really matter either way. CTR, hello. No one checking him. Oh, dear. Oh, no, it could actually be a disaster. He's dead now. I mean, unless they all reload at the same time.
He's just mollied on top of the bomb. Oh, okay. I thought maybe you could string that one out even longer.
And the timing perfect at the moment. Poison does win his duel. Hampus, very quick to the draw. He's dueling with AKs. He's actually managed to land another dink. That ADR continues to be padded nicely. Go on, Hampus. You got any more for us? He does. Practically kills 3 of them. They're talking through their util, and it starts to be deployed now. Nice from Nork. Catches Blame. The mollies force Rush into an uncomfortable duel, and now JKS asked to clutch. It's very predictable where he'll be. Oh, the incendiary could be perfect. They're not even holding it. What do? Do you have a smoke? No, you've used it. JKS going for the 400 IQ clutch. He has to try and jiggle out the jewels. The defuse is coming in a bit too fast. And despite the incendiary, look at Config. He's just jumped around the short corner. There's a lot of presence here from Colin. If anyone wants to give him a jewel, seems like Hampus landing good damage already. They're chipping away at them. And this is very, very threatening. Great angle found by Hampus, just on the elevated position of the barrels to find the head. And now 2 dead. Cole on notice.
They're committed towards A.
Yeah, completely. I don't really understand what they plan to find out of this. The fights are all unfavorable. The flash might be enough. No, is the answer to that. And Rez does meet JKS's AK. Short-lived success, as that's the end of that too.
From Hampus.
From that pit. Team synergy and development. Nork has been given a sitter, but perhaps not anticipating the seconds so quickly. Flames, oh my god, he's got the bomb and he's going straight out of the balcony. It seems like a death sentence. There's so many players on the site, so many ready to fight, and NIP send Complexity back to spawn.
Oh, he even died in his own molly?
Must have been. This should be a formality. Yeah, minimal chances, and they continue to dwindle even further as the smoke blossoms. They're through, but so much damage. He got a double dink on that blind spray. Plopsky sends them packing. 7 now on that CT side. The fast changes of pace definitely have not been rewarded, so I think it's going to come down to playing by the rules.
Yeah, and it's like they did it on rounds when they had extra utility as well. Like those type of plays, like the 3 pounds out hauls, is
almost a guaranteed frag line. Like, yeah, you're going to get that every day of the week. Then you can flash and set up for round 2. Comes the commitment. Still 3 on A, so if they could just find these players, there's one more to be found, and Nook's down. Cole have the sight. They need this round, and they're going to fight. I want them to fully set up and pincer from 3 directions at once. And so standing in limbo, JKS finds 1 from his elevated pool position. And the remaining 2 now, perhaps just looking to stop the exit of the Complexity members. That's a duel that Config wins out easy. And the rest is for just damage. Complexity, these don't come easy. Nice find. And so the 3rd is found, and they maintain 3. Config wants to push the issue here on Bedroom.
hard clear as well. So worried about an AWP holding that line, but Plopsky's pushed on out, found poison for free.
They reaggress. Caught out completely. And Banana is theirs. NIP successful in the mid-round aggression. Oh, he's forced to turn away. Config's allowed to get out, but the boost position still rewarded. Careful on the drop-off. Oh, a barrage. Nades galore. Second flash is good. They're into the side with the dinks and the headshots all provided. As easy as that. Complexity, I think you've hit the nail on the head there.
Forcing the issue too much, looking for kills themselves, which aren't coming their way, or they're just not waiting for their teammates in a lot of these situations.
Cool as to when that flash is released. Maybe when he first fires his bullets. Looks away, but still gets it now. The flash for a repeat. Perfection. Ninjas in pajamas. Nearly line him up and win it right there and then. Could very well be finished off here by Hampus. Disastrous stuff.
Oh, huge gap.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Poison. Narrowly crosses through. And Nork is well aware that that's a possibility. Oh, hello, a freebie.
Bomb as well. Mop this one up, it's done. Just blame 12 HP. Really just a matter of time for this one. 9 on the board for NIP. How many are they going to mount here? I know that we saw Complexity get an 11.
Long he heard that, but yeah, Blame does too. Poison tries to bait the shot. JKS is going to be aware of this. JKS, you're not aware of this. JKS does find the AWPer. Hampus, his barrel spotted. He does well to find just the one, but already the round just ends. Everyone finds their duel.
Plopsky spy, he's only got himself an SMG going forward, but I think JKS, like, it's hard to think that's happening, right? Because he knows you're in apartments. You guys know that he's in boiler. Wait, he's...
MP9, so valuable. And they're going again. He's kissing him in the smoke. Somebody kill him. How is Plopsky getting away with this? Finally, they find him. Good grief. God, he made it so hellish. And now this man disadvantage has been leveled. It's only short-lived. JKS walks dry into the AWPer. Config has slipped the net, though. This is something. And the smoke's enabling him to crawl. He'll have that Vesper angle. I don't think Nork's ready for this. 1. A second required. ZTR spotted. Drops his smoke. He will be hunted. They are prioritizing the ZTR frag. He actually landed on his head. And that's enough to open up the site. Now a re-smoke perfect from Config. Loses his life to the nade. Rez doesn't want to let this slip. He's actually managed to get back into the site, and that's enabled by Hampus. Perfect play. NIP take 10. You're right. And now he's got another one and done. Does pull the trigger prematurely. Flash forced his hand. Rush into the site. That's a good dink. Tries to build upon it. ZTR threatening on the UMP. And a 2v2 as the dust does settle. Bomb needs to go down. Poison responsible for it. JKS tucked in on hay bales. Will be scouting the perimeter for an advance on short. That's exactly what Plopsky's bringing to the table. But this does hinge on Plopsky. Until that smoke fades, at least. JKS is going to be ready for him. JKS spots it. Does find the frag necessary. Hampus in a horrible spot. And Poison even boosted over the smoke, perhaps an element of surprise now for Hampus as he finds the first. Doesn't have the time for this. And JKS does go down. He'd need it now. Need it right now. Trace of fire. Poison will find 5 for Complexity. See now, Nork's coming through this underpass. Perhaps he's ready to deal with it. This is the same CT aggressive pistol, but it's this time T-frags that fill the feed. Config in trouble. He'll be finished off nicely by the Glocks. Blame needed 1 in the hectic cross of 4. They're all across, and this does spell trouble. This spells another round, and Complexity starting to really feel the pressure of the ninjas here on Inferno. Ooh, ouch. Response, very cool, calm. And he collects a headshot.
There's no kit. It was 5 sets of Kevlar out of Complexity in a round like this. And for JKS and Blame, who's down on 4 HP, how do they get back into this?
Another one of those from Blame would be nice. Not going to come that easy. Hampus jiggles it out nicely. Oh, maybe he has found enough, because now JKS has been handed a 1v2 and predicts Plopsky on that swing, and a good clean headshot. Has to be pushing this issue now. And there's the head! They do it! Turned on its head in the final seconds. Blame and...
They're trying to bait in for him. Oh, and they're going around long. Poison will be tested too.
Oh, yeah, he's got shot from the apps. It's perfect. Nork actually catches him from hay bales, and that AK sings. Config trying to interrupt the orchestra. It's not enough.
Has to save.
And just like that, NIP sees the day, and you really can just ride the highest of highs and then have it taken from you instantaneously. There goes Blame's confidence as he loses his FAMAS.
Rez can molly him out of position. Oh, yeah. JKS.
All right, guess I'll just hold the spray, I suppose. Takes 1. The AKs are all preserved. The expectation. Oh, he's doing it again. They're straight through. And nice work from Poison to at least find 1, but the flank from Rez is so fast. He's coming up long. Rush is good to punish. They need another here, and Config can't find it. Neither can Rush. Bullets down range.
Oh!
Nice damage. It could be the dunk. It's only Nork. Crucial nade. And he's down to 7 HP. Surely Blame F and JKS, the clutch kings of the second round, can pull this one out. Or Nork is met. And recovery here, dude. They're going fast. This feels very fast. Yeah, straight through the smoke. Down he goes. Poisons are just about there in time. And now has vision, trying to provide some degree of support. They've got 3 CTs on the A site. He peeks in very well to find 1, and another from Poison. Sends them all home. Tags up Rez. Hampus has emerged, but it's only good for 1. And Complexity weather the storm of another defensive test.
Just flashed in for back banana, and Poison wants to fight.
Oh, what are you up to? Poison swung on too many targets and a little lackadaisical.
Yeah, they needed to find a trade back, but that wasn't the answer. Now it's a 3-on-5 situation, and if they gamble either side, it's not looking good. Smokes towards B, JKS on his lonesome, rotations miles away. They're coming in.
Just hoping he can catch one through the smoke, which is complete. The bomb is across. A boost in the flash. I like it. Peek on the boost as it's flashed out, and good control of the spray. Confirms there's 2 there. Pool, coffins. That's the call. Time-sensitive mission now.
Smoke for banana.
Not bad. Turns the flash. Another's good, but they have Plopsky in support. And the bodies drop. Config running out of options. Now, he does have a smoke and a kit, but I don't think NIP are going to be giving this one up early. Does catch 1. Just looking to maintain hold of his AK-47 here. It's Nork to challenge, and good shooting from Config. It's balcony smoke.
Here comes the nades.
Config. Oh, 1 straight to the back of the neck, and another as well. This is good from the ninjas. Oh dear, overrun.
They have to save. They can't go for this. There's no way for Complexity to get back in.
NIP explode onto A, the set piece.
If you're not swinging wide, you're definitely going to go down. And that smoke was Config's friend. They were hoping that he saved it for exactly.
Config's very late on this rotate, and JKS, yeah, he's a dead man walking. At least he's not behind the new box. And as they peek out, oh, the flash actually catching the CT player. He does well to find 1, but the trades favor ninjas as the site becomes theirs. The rest are formality. Nork over the smoke, Blame down, forced to watch as this one comes to a close. Or have you got anything left? Poison's predicted. Nork executes him. And it's just Rush against the world. Complexity conceding a reverse sweep. It started with that W on Mirage. And now the ninjas demand respect and demand a semi-final spot. Nork secures it, pulls them across the line. Ninjas in pajamas versus Gambit. Looking forward to seeing that one. Down goes Complexity, a quarterfinal exit for them.